شباب السلام عليكم. This is Osama Salah. This is the first lecture, which is a simple introduction to our course. So let's start. To understand what scientific thinking is, we need to split the title into two parts: scientific and thinking. The first part is scientific. So where does the word scientific come from? Yes, of course, it's an adjective from the word science. So the question here is, what's science? What does the word science mean? So what's science? Science is the systematic and logical approach. Approach means a way of doing something. So science is a systematic approach, a systematic way of doing something. Systematic means, like what we say in Arabic, something is mitsystem. By saying mitsystem in Arabic, we mean it follows a clear system. So science is a systematic approach, and of course it's a logical approach, a reasonable approach that discovers how things in the universe work. So the role of science is to discover how things work or how things in the universe work. So again, science is the systematic and logical approach that discovers how things in the universe work. The second part of the title is the word thinking. Thinking means using your mind to consider something or to create something. So thinking is a mental process. Mental is an adjective from the word mind. So thinking is the mental process that makes you produce thoughts. Now we come to another topic, another question. Is science hard? Is science hard? And by saying science here, we don't mean studying science. We mean creating science, understanding science, understanding how things in the universe work. So is it hard? Is science hard? The answer is yes, of course. Science is hard. Explaining how things in the physical universe work is hard. But why? Why is it hard for people to create science? So, science is hard because science should be objective. Science should be based on real facts. Science shouldn't be influenced by personal beliefs and feelings. And man who creates this science is a human being. He's full of beliefs and feelings. And this is the problem. So, why is science hard? Science is hard because inside the human mind who creates this science, there is a tension between reality and bias idea. Bias means allowing personal opinions to influence your judgment. So, science is hard because science should be objective and we, humans, are not objective. This is the problem. This is why science is hard. A simple test to prove that your mind is naturally biased is this. Please read aloud what you see. Are you able to read this statement or this question while there are some letters missing? Yes, of course. The question is, can you read this? What happened? How could you know that the question is, can you read this? Your brain recalled your past experience because you have read this question millions of times before. So your brain was biased to your past experience. This is the natural bias. This is another test. Can you read this statement while its lower half is covered? Jumping to conclusions? No, you failed. It's not jumping to conclusions. It's jumping to It's not even a word. So, what happened? the past experience that your brain have recalled is not helpful here. The past experience to which your brain is biased is wrong. So this proves that not all things that you feel pretty sure about them are right. Your brain may make errors. It is possible. What does it mean? This means when the brain receives sensory inputs, the unconscious mind, this part of your mind that contains feelings and thoughts and that influences the way you behave, interprets things quickly and builds an explanation quickly, filling in the gaps without realizing them. So it is possible that you may be thinking wrongly when you are sure that you are right. This is the natural bias. And we describe this bias by the adjective natural because it's our nature to be biased. It's natural for us to be biased to experiences and memories we have made before. Why scientific thinking? Why should we think scientifically? Everyone thinks. It's our nature to think. But much of our thinking left to itself without validating, without correcting, is biased, is distorted, not in the intended form, is partial, not complete, and is prejudiced, not reasonable. So we should think in a systematic, logical way. We should think in a scientific way. So, is scientific thinking just for professional scientists? Of course, no. Scientific thinking is not just for scientists. You and I can think like a scientist. We can think in a scientific way. Scientific thinking is an essential and widely applicable skill for everyone. Being a professional scientist is hard, but thinking in a scientific manner is something that every human is capable of. And thinking in a scientific manner is something that every human has to adopt to be able to think correctly, to reach to reasonable conclusions. This is the end of our lecture. See you later, inshallah, and bye for now.